Hello, my name's Katie Frid and I'm an artist, and I'm making these videos to help out other artists who are just starting out, and also maybe for artists that have been doing things for a while, just to find some new ideas and things like that. So today's video is about art funding and funding for artists, and what I wanted to talk about is the kind of artist that you are. And I know I've touched on this in a different video, but so you've got the artists who make work for galleries and they sell work, and I'm talking about sort of local galleries that are selling to their customers. Although they could be collectors, they tend to be for people who are looking for work for their home, for their living room, and then there are artists that produce work that are more for exhibitions, or they're more suited to exhibition spaces. So sometimes these could be painters, but they can also be installation artists or sculptors or anything like that. So and there can be a crossover. So you could produce work that is suitable for an exhibition environment, but is also saleable in a gallery, and a lot of art tends to be like that, and you can understand why, because as a painter or a sculptor or ceramicist or anything like that, you need to make money to survive, to make your other work and things like that. So you can understand why that work sort of gets produced. I find that I'm predominantly a sort of artist that produces work that is not so saleable in a normal sort of art gallery, one of these normal sort of local art gallery environments. I do believe my work is more suited to the sort of serious collector who is sort of looking for an investment for the future, rather than the pretty work that's going to go on the wall. So yeah, how do I survive as an artist if I can't make the sales in the gallery like other sort of artists are doing? So I'm looking currently at the funding in other ways, and I don't see why being a painter should be any sort of barrier to being able to do sort of other work that you see artists doing. So for example, the crack in the floor in the Turbine Gallery, I mean, that's not something you can sell in a local gallery for somebody to put in their house, and that's the kind of art that I want to go for. And just because I'm a painter and I'm able to make other pieces to sell, I don't think that should prevent me from being able to think big and really think I want to do an exhibition that really makes an impact. So yeah, how do these artists survive? Well, they get funding, and one of the sources of funding is the Arts Council. And I've looked at funding before. I've looked at county council funding, but I've noticed that tends to be for organisations that are to do with the arts, but they tend to be the sort of umbrella organisations that then employ artists to do various things. So that's not really suitable for me. And the Arts Council do similar things, but they also do grants for artists, which I hadn't really noticed before. I hadn't realised, and I think that's because looking at sort of, if you were trying to get money for your private practice, they don't really go into funding artists for that, though I think they might have done in the past with certain things, because I think I do recall seeing that they'd funded somebody to make cards and things like that at some point. But they are good at funding exhibitions. So basically it's the money comes from the National Lottery at the moment. So that National Lottery money is a kind of, well, I would say taxpayer money, but it's National Lottery money, but it is coming from the public, and so they need to be, and I think it's probably held by a government department. So they need to be seen to be spending that in the interests of the people that have paid into that. So they're trying to get a wide audience for the money they spend, so that people can say, oh, that's what lottery money has been spent on. So they kind of need good PR, good advertising for that. So yeah, I'm looking at the Arts Council for funding. I'm also looking at other sources of funding, so crowdfunding, private sponsorship from businesses, and also maybe doing work with non-profit organisations or charities. So with the Arts Council, I've been looking on their website, but I've noticed that everything's changing on the 1st of July 2013. You may be watching this video after that date, in which case you can go and have a look straight away. But I'm going to be having another look on the website on Monday, because it's all going to be changing over on Monday. And they've raised the one of the funding tiers to 15,000. I think it's for the more simple grants. And I think they've made some other changes as well. So I was going to research it now, but I thought I'll wait till Monday and then research everything. I'm basically going to read everything I can possibly read about how to get funding, and I'm going to set up a project, an exhibition project, and I'm going to be working out how to get them to fund me. I'm going to start by asking quite a small amount, I imagine, so they can get to know me, make sure that they can trust me, that I will follow through on what I promise, and then in the future sort of build that relationship, so in the future I can ask for more and more money to help me to realise my projects. I think that's a good idea. So yeah, this video is really to say, consider the Arts Council for funding for your project if you hadn't thought about it. It's not something I have done before, so I imagine there's other artists who haven't gone there before. It does look like a lot of hard work, so I'll probably do more videos on things that I've discovered while I've been working with them. Yeah, so I hope this video has been a little bit of help. If you liked it, please do like, comment, subscribe, send me messages. I'm sorry if I don't always get back to you straight away, but I will get back to you. And thank you for watching. Bye.